Vuelvo a subir VampYr. No tuve ganas de hacer directo, ya ni me acuerdo cuándo iba a hacer. No sé si era ayer o antes de ayer que te había dicho que iba a hacer directo, pero no hice. Porque me puse a ver una serie muy buena. Si mi bigote se escucha bien, sí. No me acuerdo dónde quedé aquí, así que... A ver, creo que sí. Acto de extorsión en Winter Chapel. Ah, no me acuerdo, me acuerdo, me acuerdo. Me acuerdo mucho de esto, me acuerdo mucho de esto. Más silenciar un poquito. Aquí está el... Ah, me acuerdo que fui a un escondite por acá. Soy nivel 12, ¿eh? Ya, la cosa es que tenía que hacer algo. Si no me equivoco, ya ha matado a una persona en el anterior directo. Me silencio de nuevo. Eh... No ataqué porque no me acordaba cómo atacar. A ver... Los vampiros beben sangre... Sí, eso, y lo recolecto. No tendré cura. Ah, es verdad que me voy a curar con eso. Creo que ya no me quedan. Por acá puedo salirme. La sangre rata no es tan potente ni rosa como menos previene una parcialmente tu barra de sangre. Termina el vampiro, voy a empezar a subir Net for Speed muy rápido. Diría que Net for Speed lo directo diría como unas 2 horas voy a hacer. Estaba pensando en subir el FIFA 21 en mi canal de Twitch. Pero eso cuando tenga mejor plantilla.
I cannot enter.
¿Por dónde es que tenía que ir? A ver, por acá. Por una caja. Mira, más balas. Creo que lo maté yo. Este no lo maté. Ya por acá me acuerdo que fui. Aquí hay una puerta. No sé si entrar. Ya, y aquí voy hacia allá. Pero... por acá. Me acuerdo haber hablado con el cura. Por acá parece que no puedo hablar. Hablar, entrar. Supongo que tengo que encontrar habitantes, encontrar a Richard Nitterco. Ahora acá tendré que hablar con gente. Me arreglé que no puedo saltar. Cuarentena, mantenerse alejado de esta área. Seguir el funcionamiento público. Ah, la iglesia está con... Carmel. Creo que con esta puedo hablar.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Habla.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
Oh, ¿por qué no habla?
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
¿Será muda?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well.
Mira, si tuviera más nivel, es muy posible que la mate. Acá hay más flores. Antes de abrir ese portón, no sé si lo puedo abrir. Voy a tomar cosas que tengo por acá. Creo que por ahí tengo que ir. Y ahora voy a revisar si puedo abrir este portón. Si puedo. Y ahí hay un sujeto de estos los que me quieren matar, así que mejor no.
It's locked, all right.
Supongo que tengo que ir por el otro lado. Qué malo que no me dejas ocupar la sombra. A ver, por acá puedo ir o no. Uy, no. Pensaba que me había quedado. Puta, siempre me encuentro con Scout. Ah, hermano, me enojaron. Mueren. Ya me estoy acostumbrando, no. Mira que tengo un cartel. Sí. Aquí tengo otro. Creo que como que el mismo. Por acá no creo que entre. Ya puedo ocupar la sombra otra vez. Contar a Richard en el área. A ver, creo que... voy a revisar si puedo entrar por acá. No sé si podría hacer algo. Acá, mira. No será una cal, ¿cierto?
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace.
Ah,
Whitechapel is not just disease.
me ahorrará el tipo.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Pregunta pa su vida. Sí, eso.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Si era muda.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Y ahora creo que tengo que... Manera de entrar. Bueno. Carta. Listo. Creo que no me queda nada por acá. Y ahora podré salir. Ah, sí que era como se corría, se me ha olvidado. Y ahora sí... Y ahora tengo que ir hacia allá.
nice, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Me falta poco, diría. Sí, por acá.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
No entiendo cómo subo el nivel 2 de mi
Sir,
migración.
wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Bingo. Menos mal que las personas que no se enojan cuando te robo las cartas. Uy, ¿qué pasó? A ver. No. No, ¿dónde está? Tengo que ver esa carta. ¿Dónde había una carta? Ah, pero.
It's locked, all right.
Dragón llave.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Uff.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you...
I do not...
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
A la misión principal. Voy a aprovechar de abrir esto. Por acá no hay nada. Me pregunto qué estará haciendo. Chuta, que hay enfermo. Supongo que los vampiros no se contagian. Una carta. Yo creo que tomé todas las cosas de abajo, así que ahora voy a subir. ¿Es una escala o qué? Sí, espera que estoy ocupado. Notado.
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Su instinto asesino.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Fue en medio que llegamos, pero... Bueno, hasta ahí quedamos.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, Are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
Uy.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Me da lo mismo. Espera.
This one stinks already.
It's locked.
It's one of them! Eat this! Step away, sir. Are you stupid? A leech! A leech!
Nada me quitaron. Voy a cambiarme de arma por si paso a disparar. A ver, toma esto. Ya sé qué título le voy a poner a esto. Uy.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Creo que ya lo puedo memorizar.
Yes?
Uy. Uy. Bueno. Ya hiciste suficiente por tu país, así que...
Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
No te preocupes, ya está muerta. Y creo que ya conseguí la llave. Bueno, ya hice lo que quería hacer, así que... Ahora tengo que ir hacia... allá. Ay, tengo que recorrer un montón. Por acá puedo, ¿no? Creo que sí. ¿O no? A ver si sigo por acá. No. Sí. Silencio, te mato. No. A ver, ¿y ahora por dónde? Izquierda. Por acá si no me equivoco, ¿no? Sí. Con esto. Sí, por aquí creo que ya pasé. Por acá creo que hay skulls, así que...
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boys! Burn it, boys!
No tengo que irme. No. Me hicieron como una trampa. No me digas que lo tengo que matar. Lo tengo que matar.
Crush the leech, boys! Pay for this!
Puta, ¿por qué no mueren nunca?
Burn it, boys! Watch the leech, boys!
Voy a aprovechar de cambiarme. Ahora que se me agarran las balas. Pistola. Y aquí tengo un rol mejorado, pero no creo que lo ocupe. Así que me voy a poner la estaca acá. Velocidad de ataque. A ver, creo que esto puede servirme. Y acá sí. En vez de ocupar un hacha. Esto. Y ahí estaría. Menos mal que esto no es tan fuerte. Oh, este loco es pesado. Si mato a este, mato a los demás. No, estoy muerto. ¿Qué pasó? Voy. Hacer algo y vuelvo. Me faltaba este. ¡Oh, el loco! Toma, 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 toma. Que soy bueno. A ver, supongo que ahora puedo pasar por acá. A ver, si paso por acá. No puedo al revés. Tengo que ir hacia allá. Hacia allá. Para irme hacia el hospital. Ojalá hubiera como un tipo esto de teletransporte. Eso me gustaría. Para ir más rápido hacia ese lugar. No, si por aquí no voy. Y ahí está. Ah, de nuevo me pasó lo mismo. Oh.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Sangre. Ahora vamos a preguntarle otra cosita.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Medio raro eso.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
When I awoke...
Though
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Y está lloviendo ahora mismo y acá también. Uy, espera, necesito ver algo.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
I'd like to
Quiero
see
ver,
your...
Wise choice, Doctor.
quiero ver qué vende este loco. No me gustaría venderlo porque él vende cosas, así que me podría buscar a otra víctima. A otra víctima que me va a servir mucho.
Dr. Reed.
O este
Goodbye,
tampoco lo
Dr.
quiero matar. No. Hay alguien que no he hablado mucho. Oh, tengo muchas víctimas.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
Puta de nivel 5.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse.
A ver, necesito encontrar a alguien de nivel 2. La madre no, pero el hijo sí. Uy. Mira, hablan Pipa, Hawkins, Ragen, Shedak. No sé, de nivel alto.
I will not let you down, my boy. Still will come.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Supongo que a la madre no le va a importar, así que... Entre menos personas, más pociones voy a poder hacer. Bueno, no me va a costar tanto tener que ocuparlo con ellos. Diría que esta va a ser la única persona que mate hoy día, así que va la última. Uy. Uy, este es un buen lugar. Ah, espérate, lo quiero hacer contra el fuego.
I don't feel the peace I was looking for. Mother, were you right all along? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
When you're feeling better.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Muerto. No.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulse.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before.
Punish you?
I've known for a long time he was not happy.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you...
Are you not aware suicide is a crime?
I understand you fear the legal consequences.
All my son needs is help and comprehension.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again?
I think about it every minute.
Your empathy is remarkable.
How dare you talk to a mother like that?
I'm only trying to be honest, Mrs. Goswick.
No. I'll never
Mortimer is
As you say.
Why did your...
I think it was more that he could...
Goodbye, Mrs.
En cuanto pueda te memorizaré a ti. Memorizaré a ti. La voy a matar. Ahora este desconocido.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know.
I see.
I'm Harvey.
Ah, qué alegría ser nivel 2. No. Rumble, 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 rumble.
All I wanted was to go back to work, to take care of my children.
Quizás le ponga el título El fallecido o La gran matanza. Algún título así le pondré. Aunque igual es un buen título. Sí, La gran matanza. Porque vaya que he matado. Uy, hay alguien más. Ah, pero creo que no. Pipa Hawkins. Tampoco quiero matar a muchos porque igual eso puede influir en la historia. En la historia del juego. Aunque si no lo mato yo, lo va a matar su enfermedad. Voy a escuchar algo. Antes por matarlo.
It's locked, all right.
Ya yo creo que voy a matar a ese y ese va a ser mi último asesinato. O a la pipa. Ah, no, pues la pipa es de memorización 2. Nivel 2. Y este es uno que vende armas, así que no. Tiene que ser al doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Puta, que este igual me acusa matarlo.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself?
Yes, indeed.
I have no doubt about it, but you...
I appreciate your...
Ya te la vamos a dejar vivir.
Goodbye.
De momento. Debe haber alguien. Lady Ashura. Bueno, nivel 20 la podría matar. Espérate, aquí hay alguien. Ahí hay alguien que no conozco, que me puede servir de presa. A este lo podría matar igual,
Good evening, sir.
Reed, yes, I've been informed.
Does my arrival...
Let us just say that...
No, este es
Thank you
4.
for-
Chao. Pucha. Ahora lo único que puedo matar es el doctor, pero no quiero matar al doctor. Me cae bien el doctor. Qué hola. Escuché un grito. Un grito muy inusual. A este no lo puedo matar.
Bred with no respect.
Supongo que en cierto caso puedo matar a tal persona. O no sé, es que igual medio raro como uno sube de nivel de memorización este. Bueno, en el 3 ya me puedo comer a otras más personas. A ver, si como al doctor tendría 10.000 de sangre. Aunque primero voy a hacer esto, lo de la anilización esta. Doctor Raid. No entiendo por qué ahora estoy sin puerta. Y la luz no me agrada nada. Quizás que entre más mato, más me quitan cosas o no sé. Diría que sí. Ya en tal caso... no sé. Diría que va a ser esta misión y eso. ¿Cuánto llevo de directo? No cacho como... A ver, tendría que activarme lo de los comentarios. Pero tampoco sé cómo se activa, así que... Y aquí, analizar.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Y aquí voy a acabar este directo medio corto. Si es que no tengo mucho... no tenía muchas ganas de jugar, así que... A ver, voy a desbloquear esto. La lanza de sangre. Esto igual lo voy a desbloquear. También voy a desbloquear esto. Muy importante también mejorar esto. Hasta aquí ya. Yo creo que ahí. Y por aquí terminaría. Y un trofeito. Lucha contra el aumento de la delincuencia. Vamos, prevalencia, peligro que acecha en Londres. Sí. La salud está como Muy mal. Apropiado, 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 apropiado. Apropiado. Joe Peterson desconocida. Joey Peterson. Ah, este es como para subir de memoria. Siento hay que matar a todos estos, creo. Que tengo que matar acá es el doctor Engwen Swan. Amigo. ¿Verdad? Esta. Perdido. Oh, perdido. Fatiga. Migraña. 5. Aquí el Hampton. Edición. Podría volver a la zona donde estaba antes. Ya. Y ahí hasta acá yo creo que dejaría así. No sé si ahora hago directo de Fortnite o de... ¿cómo que se llama esto? O de FIFA igual podría ser. Igual podría ser directo de FIFA en Twitch. Ahí ahora tendría que ver. Si no, diría que como la próxima semana o algo así. No estoy muy decidido a hacer directo después, así que ahí lo tendría que ver cuando haré de nuevo. Bueno, chao cabros.